mini Feldenkrais movement lesson coming to you from Melbourne on a, looks like it's going to be a sunny Monday. So we're going to be doing some more exploring the pelvis, and this time, well, try this. Could you get yourself settled? And by the way, you can do this standing up if you like, or sitting down. Either way is fine. So get yourself comfortable. Take an easy breath or two to help yourself settle. And think down to your support. So if you're standing, think of your feet. You're standing on your feet. If you're sitting on your sit bones, which are sort of like the feet at the base of your pelvis. By the way, I suggest if you're sitting in a chair, sit to the front of the chair so you're free to move around. And do you think, as you notice your support, your feet or the sit bones, are you leaning more on one side or the other, or about in the middle, or it's hard to tell? And could you try leaning to one side, leaning to the other? Lean over on one side, lean over on the other side. Shift your weight so that you're, I'm going to talk in terms of if you're sitting in a chair, but really the same thing applies. You could translate it to standing on your feet. But shift your weight onto one sit bone, on the other sit bone. Here's my mini pelvis model again, and there's your sit bone, sort of knobbly bit of bone. And so you're just leaning a little one side, leaning the other side. Shifting your weight a little bit, so you lean more on one sit bone, lean more on the other sit bone. And as you lean side to side, what does your head do? Does your head tilt? What does your whole body do? Are you tilting? So leave that, and let's just check in the other end. Let's see, try tilting. Could you please just tilt your head a little left, a little right? Tilt side to side. Feel there's a change of shape in the neck. One side spreads out, one side gets shorter, one side spreads out. And that may also go down into your trunk. You may feel in your torso there's a little shifting and so on. And then as you tilt your head side to side, do you shift on your base, on the sit bones or on the feet? Okay, stop that, have a rest. And let's practice leaning to one side. Could you lean over onto your right sit bone or your right foot? Lean over and come back. I'm not sure if you're seeing me or mirror image, but basically I'm leaning over to the right here and coming back. Now, as you lean to the right, you could also lean your head over to the right and come back. So is that what you're doing? Or you could lean to the right and you could tip your head to the left. So let's explore that a little bit. Please lean over to the right and stay there. Stay leaning on your right sit bone or on the right foot. And let's put the other hand, the left hand on top of your head and tilt over to the left and come back. So I'm keeping my weight on the right side or on one side, and I'm tipping away from that. Which could feel like I'm getting longer along that side I'm leaning on, and I'm shortening on the other side. Okay, come back to the middle and leave that go. Now, swap hands, but still take your head the same way. Take your head to the left, and could you lean on your right sit bone and lean on the left sit bone? So stay tipped over to the left the whole time, and shift your weight back and forth from one side to the other, which will, I hope, feel funny. We're always aiming to feel funny with these Feldenkrais exercises. Okay, and come back to the middle. Now let's try combining those. Let's see, could you have your, put your left hand on top of your head and shift your weight over to the right as you lean your head to the left. I'm being a bit confused because my video in front of me is doing the opposite. But anyway, you're leaning on, leaning onto the left foot, leaning onto the right foot or the right sit bone as you tip away from that tip over to the left. And could you put your right hand on your left torso and feel that that shortens as you shift over to the right, shift your weight to the right, shorten along your left side. Now, change hands. Try the other hand, the right hand on top of the head, and tip to the right, and tip to the left, and lean on the right. It's important to get clear about left and right here. We're still doing it the whole time, leaning over to the right and tipping to the left. And let's see, put your hand along your right side and feel that spreading out. You're getting longer along your right side as you lean over to the right. Okay, and come back, have a rest. So this has something to do with shifting as you're sitting and also standing and walking, because walking, you don't walk like Frankenstein tipping. You actually walk and you tip in a way towards the side that's away from the side that you're standing on. If I stand on the right foot, I tip a little to the left. That means it's a more complex and flowing walking. So one more time, just put both hands on top of your head, lean to the right and tip to the left and come back to the middle, once or twice. And that'll do for today. I suggest you have a walk around and feel if there's this change of your tipping side to side. And also when you've got time, maybe try doing the whole thing on the other side, leaning to the left. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe, keep moving, and I'll see you soon.